Hello everyone, this is Guguletu Manana of the Arts and Culture of Wellness and Art Therapy. So I speak about art therapy and how it can help individuals, families, group and communities deal with topics such as death, grief and loss. So have been covering a series of 22 types of death, ways people die or death can come rather, and how we can explore that our emotion using art as expression and art for healing, finding meaning, hope in terms of grief, and finding purpose and closure and empowerment. So for today's talk, I am going to be covering existential death and how we can intersect that with art therapy. So I am going to it's cover the role of art therapy in addressing existential death, examples, benefits, and case studies, and some concluding thoughts. So, for those of you who are new to the channel, so I wanted just to briefly let you know that art therapy is a form of psychotherapy that uses creative expression as a means of communication. So it's you, the client, in a therapy room or a studio or whatever environment that is that can allow for creative exploration. So individuals, can be able to be helped to help cope with a variety of, issues, emotional and psychological issues, including anxieties, depression, trauma, and grief. So our therapies are registered and licensed with the board. Like now, for the case of South Africa, we are registered with the Health Professions Council of South Africa. You give it a new practice number, then you can have clients. You have to renew and be up to date with your registration. So, what is existential death? It is just when you're aware, becoming aware of your own mortality and meaningless of life. When your priorities are very clear, what you've done or have not done in life is very so the example that I can give is when people start writing regret lists. It would be part of exploration in existence, and or things I wish I'd said or things I've said, or leaving notes and what do they like and what they've learned, life lessons. That's an exploration of mortality. And it is the fundamental aspect of human condition, and which can lead to feelings of anxiety, despair, and nihilism, especially if you feel like I wasted time, or I missed opportunities, or maybe I worked too hard instead of spending time with my family, or I was concerned about things, or how I looked, it looked, how people perceive me. I was concerned about people's perception, or I was concerned about this aspect of money, of life, or I was maybe after money, and then I, neglected to, feed my soul or feed my spiritual aspect of me. And I think it just reminded me when we were growing up, of that the book of Ecclesiastes, where it talks about, I think it was King Solomon. It's King Solomon, yes, when it talks about what's in life. Everything is meaningless in life. You work, acquire wealth, and you leave some of the wealth to your children who may use it wisely or may not use it wisely. You lose. You came as you are and you're going to go as you are. You're not taking anything with you. So the intersection between art therapy and this topic, and finding meaning, is for you to find meaning in life and find the purpose, even towards your end. I mean, it's like a continuum from birth to death, looking back at your life and making meaning and finding purpose even towards your end, because it can still be that impactful. So the role of art therapy in addressing existential death is individuals can explore their feelings on about mortality and find meaning in life, even last minute, because obviously there were things that we're carrying and we thought we were right, and we realized there were fears and hopes and desires maybe that were not verbalized or addressed, or things that were not said, but we can be able in a non-verbal way to work through all of those emotions and process all of those. And also, the other thing is, our therapy can provide a sense of empowerment and a sense of control in the face of, you questioning your immortality and questioning the meaning of life. You can create something tangible and where you can feel an individual sense of accomplishment, excuse me, and agents in the midst of life uncertainty. Oh my goodness, what is happening with me today? I need to drink water. So the benefits of art therapy for addressing existential death is it provides a safe and supportive environment for individuals to explore their feelings and mortality. It can also help those individuals develop coping skills and resilience in the face of life challenges, so they do not um, progress through their period of life in fear, but there's a sense of empowerment, there's a sense of control. Obviously, you may not know the exact hour of your passing or the exact day, but there's gaining a sense of connection, self-awareness, and gaining that greater sense of meaning and purpose in life, and sense of community and connection with others who share similar experiences. So, for example, I can give you is when people are put in a group therapy. Obviously, this will depend on the state of their health, how far it is deteriorating, but it's very common. So people can just reflect on life, reflect on them, on how they live their life, what things, because your mind is clearer, but there's only one way for you, and coming to that acceptance is very important. People can explore through um, creating legacy program, creating writing letters and leaving journaling their thoughts, creating um, things that they can do with their families, the painting that is a collective family portrait, or whatever that will express and leave something behind of that person. And some case studies in terms of cancer patients, it helped them to cope with the emotional and physical stress of their of their illnesses. So they're not dealing with the emotional, but the physical pain. When you need to go through chemotherapy, when the medication is not working, you need to be moved, losing hair, losing this, and the participants feel more connected to their inner self and finding a great meaning, sense of meaning. And also all the adults, they found art therapy to, help them or as individual to confront their fears about aging and mortality. Because when you're young, you don't think about all of these things. Even in midlife, you don't think about these things because it feels like I am just reaching life. But people do feel more hopeful and optimistic about the future, and develop a great appreciation for the present moment. I think that's what we want: appreciation of living your best life now, and whatever you can. So, in conclusion, I just wanted to say that art therapy can be a powerful tool for addressing the topic of today, existential death, when you're looking for meaning and purpose in life, and questioning and starting to question your immortality. And when you, through the creative expressions, people are able to explore that mortality and develop coping skills and resilience, because that's what we need to die in strength. Um, and I guess it's important for therapists, and not what I guess, it's important for therapists and healthcare providers to recognize the role of existential debt in mental health, and to incorporate that um, art therapy is a complementary treatment approach, so people are able to verbalize, are able to leave whatever the last bit of self in their circle of life until the circle is complete. Thank you so much for listening to me today. I'm gonna go drink water now. But it's been I suppose also it's a difficult topic to speak about when you speak about death and all of this. So thank you so much for having a listen to me. I hope you enjoy all this series. And you can join me and learn with me as we increase. My goal is to promote um, mental wellness through creativity, through art and self-expression, in a way that people who cannot verbalize, or it's difficult to speak, or they don't have the emotional vocabulary or the words to say, are able to, put it in a very authentic way that comes from deep within. Thank you so much. This is Google Manana of the Art and Culture of Wellness. Until I see you in the next video, bye.